Hey guys, and welcome to YakWaxLips. My name is Michael, your point-and-click adventurer, and today's video is a bit of a special bonus episode that ties up my recent Let's Play of Broken Sword, The Shadow of the Templars. Basically, I'm going to pick up this lovely item here and show it to absolutely everybody and see what they say. If this is your first time here though, I create just adventure game videos, silly little ones like this, but I also do big Let's Plays and reviews and stuff like that. So if that sounds like your cup of tea, make sure that you smash that like, hit subscribe for more, and turn on the bell so you don't miss any of my videos. Like I said, I have just finished, just yesterday, a run through of Broken Sword, The Shadow of the Templars, the original version, so there are deaths and blood and stuff. If you haven't watched that, then I'll leave a link somewhere so you can go and watch the entirety of the 25 episodes. 25 minutes each or so, so it's a good investment, it's a good time. And I am about to start the Smoking Mirror next week, so come along for the ride for that as well. Anyway, I'm going to pick up this, and then I'm going to cut to all the times that I ask literally everybody I can find about my lovely used tissue.
I scooped up the sodden tissue. It was cold and greasy, like breakfast leftovers.
Delicious. Let's just right click on it.
It was the soggy tissue I'd found in the sewers.
Alright, let's go find victim number 1. And here is victim number 1, so let's see what this lovely chap has to say.
What does this tissue mean to you?
Nothing, monsieur. It's disgusting. What on earth possessed you to show it to me? Someone has emptied their nostrils into it.
Sergeant Moo might have an interesting opinion on this.
Do you recognize this dirty tissue?
No, monsieur, I do not.
I found it in the sewer.
Perhaps it would be better if you put it back there.
No way. This could be an important clue.
If you say so, monsieur.
Already George Stobbart is starting to sound a bit crazy. Right, next. Any thoughts by this fortune teller?
What can you tell me about this tissue?
Nothing.
Let's see what Nico has to say on the situation.
I found this tissue down the sewer.
He's literally bringing it out.
Oh, that's disgusting, George.
I think the stuff on it is grease paint, like actors use. Or clowns.
It's still disgusting. Get rid of it.
Can I show it again?
Did I show you this tissue?
Yes, George. I asked you to get rid of it.
We are going to need it for later. Right, let's move on to the next one. Now we need to show this important clue to Inspector Rosso.
I found this tissue in the sewer.
It would have been best if you'd left it there.
We're going to try and show Flap and Guido this tissue.
Hey, Shorty! I didn't think much of your trick, little man. I don't know what you're looking for, but you picked on the wrong guy. Maybe you'll spread the word around the sewers. George Stobbart is on the case. That's Stobbart. 2 B's and 2 T's. It sounded impressive to me, but the weasel didn't seem to share my enthusiasm. Still, I figured he'd think twice before gunning me down in the street in cold blood.
I do not like your tone.
Oh yeah? And what are you gonna do about it?
If you do not go away, I will gun you down in cold blood, right here in the street, without thinking twice about it.
What does this tissue mean to you?
Are you serious?
Oh yes. Take a good look at the substance it's smeared with.
You are sick. Very sick.
That was totally worth the wait. Let's ask Guido.
Excuse me?
Yeah?
Don't you think you have some explaining to do?
Huh?
I'm an American citizen and a bona fide visitor to your country.
What the...
You can't touch me up in the street and expect to get away with it.
Get lost, creep.
Oh, he doesn't even ask about the tissue. Never mind. Let's go and ask everyone in the Hotel Ubu. So Lady Paramount is going to get the used tissue treatment first, I think.
Does this tissue mean anything to you?
Good God, no.
I just thought the smell might be familiar.
Please, darling, put it away. I'm no shrinking violet, but that object makes me feel quite queasy.
A little bit rude there, George, saying she smells like that. Anyway, let's ask this guy.
Does this goo-smeared tissue mean anything to you?
No, it doesn't.
Very polite.
What do you make of this tissue?
Do you wish me to dispose of it for you, monsieur?
Hey, no! It could be useful. I'm holding on to this.
As you wish, monsieur. Perhaps you would like a little plastic baggie to keep it in?
Nah, it's fine the way it is.
Yeah, he's offered you a bag and you still said no. You are a quizzical man. We're in the museum to ask the security guard about it.
What do you make of this tissue?
It is absolutely disgusting, monsieur.
We're over here in Ireland and we're going to force this tissue on little old Liam Maguire.
What does this tissue mean to you?
Nothing.
Right, we're in the pub in Ireland and Sean Fitzgerald, or Fitzpatrick, this guy here, is going to be next.
What does this tissue suggest to you?
Nothing.
The Irish aren't very forthcoming, are they? This lovely fellow in the corner, O'Brien, is next.
What do you make of this tissue?
I guess that muck on it is grease paint.
There's no fooling you, Mr. O'Brien.
Oh, he seems like a world-weary man. That's not the right word. You know what I mean.
Does this tissue mean anything to you?
No, but you should show that to my granny. She could tell you fortune from it.
From a soiled tissue?
Sure. Some people read tea leaves. My granny reads handkerchiefs.
Don't remember that one before. That was good. And we've got our barkeepers next. Let's see what he has to say.
Does this tissue mean anything to you?
That's disgusting.
Uh-huh. I found it in the sewers.
Well, what's the idea of waving it around in my face? You're worse than old Ron. Put it away, man.
You're worse than old Ron. That's the best one yet. This guy in the corner might need a tissue because of his awful cold. Let's see what he says.
You could make use of this tissue.
Never use them. Those things are unhygienic.
He's kind of got a point. This comfy-looking fella.
What do you make of this tissue?
That's a sorry sight to wave about in public.
Oh, it's theatrical grease paint.
And that makes it all right, does it? I must remember that next time someone complains about the state of me handkerchief.
Right, let's leave Ireland. Go somewhere else. Back in the museum with Lobino now.
What does this tissue mean to you?
Nothing.
Fair enough. And we're in the hospital. A lot of people to ask in the hospital. So let's start with Bunny.
What does this tissue mean to you?
Is that a nasal discharge, sir?
No, it's grease paint.
Maybe the receptionist has something interesting to say about it.
Can you think of any use for this greasy tissue?
I guess you could use it to baste the roast turkey.
That's a new one. I like that. It's the big boss man's turn now.
What do you make of this tissue, sir?
Interessant. I thought I knew the ins and outs of the human body, but this has me beat. If I were you, I'd have this sample analyzed.
We've duped him. Right, let's go see the patients. Right, patient number 1. Here we go.
Have you any idea what this is?
No, Doctor. I wouldn't even like to guess.
His voice is funny. Patient number 2.
Have you any idea what this is?
Please, take it away before I throw up.
I mean, he's got a point, George. You keep thrusting this in people's faces. It's a dirty tissue from the sewers. It's the nurse's turn.
Do you recognize this tissue?
No, I don't. It looks like a chronic health risk to me.
Well, I've been carrying it around for days and I'm okay. My pocket's getting a little soggy.
That was awesome. Let's see what the security guard has to say.
What does this tissue suggest to you?
It looks as if it has been used to wipe Satan's bottom.
I hate to say it, but you could be right.
That was a good one. So we're at Montfaucon and we're about to ask this jolly drunken gentleman about it.
What do you make of this grease paint stained tissue?
Delightful. Would you like to see some of my used tissues?
Hell no.
Then please put yours away.
He's got a point, George. This one could be interesting. We're here with the clown and obviously he might know what grease paint is.
Does this grease paint mean anything to you?
It looks like one of mine, or at least another jongleur.
Or a clown?
Mais naturellement, a clown.
Hardly a breakthrough.
And we're in Syria now, and we're going to ask this little kid Nijo about it.
What do you make of this?
A man-sized double-ply tissue stained with Bestheimer's number 12 white pancake grease paint, apparently.
I like that one.
So long, Nijo.
And the adorable Dwayne next.
What do you think of this grease paint stained tissue?
You've been hanging around with actors?
You can't have Dwayne without Pearl.
What do you make of this grease paint stained tissue?
Oh, it's grease paint. I thought somebody had gaudy taste in makeup.
I love Pearl. I love her. I'm not expecting much from this guy.
What do you make of this?
By kebab. Most good.
And the carpet seller might have something interesting to say. Let's find out.
Does this mean anything to you?
Yes, carpet, yes.
We're in the Club Alamut and we're about to talk to Ultar.
What does this grease paint stained tissue mean to you?
Nothing. Why? What does grease paint stained tissue mean to you?
You taste your own medicine there, George. So we've gone from Syria to Spain and we're going to show Lopez this tissue.
Look at this tissue.
It's a tissue with some greasy muck on it.
Yes, that's right.
Yes, that's right. There is important things afoot for the Countess de Vasconcelos, so of course I'm going to ask about this tissue.
Does this tissue mean anything to you?
Where is this line of questioning going?
Nowhere helpful.
Inside Montfaucon Church place, it's this, it's the father. Let's ask him.
There's grease paint on this tissue.
Oui, you are correct.
It wasn't a question, George. You were just telling him. This guy's covered in paint anyway, so he might not mind.
A greasy tissue. Don't get it too close to my cigarette, monsieur, or there'll be a conflagration.
Let's see if this guard has anything important to say.
Look, a tissue stained with grease paint.
Ah, just what I've always wanted. If you give me that, you can enter through the door.
Really?
Of course not. What would I want with an old tissue?
That was great.